Lecture 17 of Financial Reporting, which is IAS 10 Events After the Reporting Period. This standard is there in your SBR as well. So, in this lecture, we are going to go through the objective, events after the reporting period. Then we are going to go through the recognition and measurement of adjusting and non-adjusting event and dividends and going concern. Then in the disclosure, we are going to do general disclosure and disclosure of non-adjusting event, disclosure relating to going concern, and finally, we are going to complete with syllabus, summary, and technical articles. So there are three areas we are going to cover: IS 10, recognition, measurement, and disclosure. Now, starting with objective. IS 10 is this the objective of IS 10 is to describe when financial statements should be adjusted, when financial statements require disclosure. So they require disclosure regarding date when financial statements were authorized for issue and events after the end of the reporting period. Now, events after the reporting period could be both favorable and unfavorable that occur between the reporting date and the date on which financial statements are authorized for issue. There are two types of event: report adjusting and non-adjusting. Very important in your exam when you are given an event to identify whether it's an adjusting or non-adjusting event. If it's an adjusting event, you have to adjust wherever the impact falls. If it's non-adjusting, you have to disclose. Okay, so let's first describe what is adjusting event. Those that provide further evidence of condition that existed at the reporting date. That means there are some evidence of condition that existed at the reporting date is known as adjusting event. One example is legal case that was going on against the company, and the decision of that legal case was known after the end of the reporting date. That is adjusting event. Non-adjusting event, those that are indicative of conditions that arose after the reporting date. On the reporting date, there were no condition that existed. Okay, you had no hint, no clue that this was going to happen. One example is any natural disaster that just occurred. There were no condition that natural disaster is going to occur after the end of the reporting date. That is a non-adjusting event. Okay, now let us go through adjusting event. So adjusting event you have to recognize in the financial statement. That means you have to adjust your financial statement. These are the examples of adjusting event. Settlement after the reporting date of a court case, which because it confirms a present obligation at the reporting date, requires the entity to recognize a provision instead of disclosing a contingent liability. So what do you have to do? You have to recognize a provision. You are adjusting it or adjust the amount of the provision already recognized. One of these two will happen. Next, the determination after the reporting period of the cost of the assets purchased or the proceeds from the assets sold before the end of the reporting period. The discovery of fraud or error that show the financial statements were incorrect. So these three are adjusting event you have to adjust. If there is any fraud, any error, or any settlement due to court case, or any amount that you have received from asset that you have sold, or amount that you have paid to buy the asset, you have to adjust all this. Okay. It further includes the receipt of information that indicates that asset was impaired at the reporting date. Okay, so previously you must have recognized some impairment loss. Now either you have to reverse it, either you have to increase that loss. So let's say your customer went bankrupt after the reporting date. So that means your customer is credit impaired. You are selling the inventory after the reporting date at less than the cost. This also gives an evidence that your sale has to be written down at net realizable value. The determination after the reporting period of the amount of profit sharing or bonus payment, assuming there was a present obligation to make such payment. Okay, if you are making any bonus payment after the reporting period and if you had that obligation at the reporting date, it's an adjusting event or even profit sharing. Now, in an exam question, you should assume the bankruptcy of a customer after the reporting date is an adjusting event, unless the scenario gives you specific detail to indicate that bankruptcy is the result of condition that arose after the reporting date, which is non-adjusting. question will tell you. If question remains silent, they just say customer is bankrupt, you have to assume it's an adjusting event. Now coming to non-adjusting event. Non-adjusting event, we do not recognize them. Okay. Rather, we disclose them if they are material. Okay. So these are the examples of non-adjusting, which you have to disclose. Any major business combination after the reporting date. That means either you have sold your subsidiary, or you have bought a new subsidiary, or you have went into a joint venture, you have bought an associate. These all are examples of non-adjusting event, because there was no present obligation at the reporting date that you are going to buy or take over, or you're going to sell your business. Next, when you're planning to discontinue an operation, non-adjusting. Destruction of a major production plant by a fire. Announcing or implementing a major restructuring. All these are non-adjusting events. Okay. Then we have some more to the list. Major purchase of asset or classification of asset as held for sale after the reporting date. Major ordinary transaction after the reporting date. Abnormally large changes after the reporting date in asset price on foreign exchange rates. Change in tax rates announced after the reporting period. Entering into significant commitment or contingent liability. Then commencing major litigation arising out of event that occurred after the reporting period. Now, dividends. Dividends that is proposed or declared after the reporting period, you can't recognize them as a liability, but you can disclose them if they are material. Why? Because they do not meet the definition of a liability. What is it? You should have a present obligation. Okay? For it to be recognized as a liability. So IFRS 18 requires that an entity to disclose the amount of dividend proposed or declared after the reporting period. You have to disclose it, but before the financial statements are authorized for issue. This disclosure you have to make in the notes, not in the statement of financial position. Very important. The place is very important. Okay, in SBR, which place you have to record, again very important. Now, going concern. Financial statements, as we all know, they are prepared on going concern basis. But in some cases, you can't prepare them on a going concern basis. If management determines after the reporting date that entity intends to liquidate or cease trading, or there is no realistic alternative but to do so. So, remember, when your operating results, for example, your profit starts deteriorating, okay, they may require that you have to reconsider your going concern assumption. If the going concern assumption is no longer appropriate, okay, you have to change the basis of preparing your financial statements. Now, this is one activity for you to identify which of this event is adjusting or non-adjusting. Okay. So, the first one, closure of one of the 15 retail outlets. Okay. So, first we'll go by closure of one of the 15 retail outlets in non-adjusting. It's a no. No means non-adjusting. Why? We'll see why it's non-adjusting. A. This is the solution given in the next slide. It does not provide evidence of conditions at the year end, and going concern assumption will not be affected by just closing one department. That is only 1 divided by 15 of the entity. It's not a significant proportion that you are selling. Just 1 out of 15. Coming to B. The discovery of fraud that took place before the reporting date. Discovery of fraud that took place before the reporting date. It's an adjusting event because before the reporting date there was an event. There was an evidence. Okay. Yes. C. Sale of inventories held at the reporting date for less than their carrying and held at the reporting date for less than their year end carrying amount. C is again yes. Okay. D. Exchange rate fluctuations. No. Because this exchange rate fluctuation happened because of the changes in the economic conditions after the reporting period. So no. E. Realization of a division, nationalization of a division of a company by the government. No. E is no. because government action took place after the reporting period. F, out of court settlement of a legal case made before the reporting date, it's a yes, adjusting event, because at the reporting date you know about the legal case going on. Okay. Then right issue of equity shares, again G is no. H, strike by workforce no. Strike action is something after the reporting period. Okay. Then earthquake that destroyed company's factor, it's a no. But remember, there was no event that existed. Okay, condition did not exist at the reporting date, but the event, however, you have to adjust it if going concern is in doubt because of the destruction of the factory. And the last one, announcing or planning to discontinue an operation, again it's no. Okay, but remember, even if you're announcing to dispose, you cannot classify it as held for sale under IFRS 5, because at the reporting date there was no commitment to a plan at that time. Now, going to disclosure. So, general disclosure. An entity should disclose the date when financial statements were authorized for issue and who gave that authorization. This date is important as financial statements cannot reflect events after this date. Remember, after it was authorized for issue, any event after that, you can't reflect that event. If owner have the power to amend the financial statements after issue, that part must be stated. Disclosure of non-adjusting event. An entity should disclose the following in respect of the material non-adjusting event. This is non-adjusting event you have to disclose. Nature of the event, estimate of financial effect, or a statement that such estimate cannot be made. Now, let us go through Exhibit 1 about a disclosure note. So, the following disclosure note is an event after the reporting date reported in the annual report of Mercedes Group. So, this is about the review of the future structure. So, on 19 Jan, Mercedes announced a comprehensive review of their structure in their retail in Germany. So the review is open-ended and it will be conducted individually and step by step. Company expects that transformation will take several years. Contract negotiations with the buyers have not taken place yet, and at the present it is not possible to estimate the effect of probability, liquidity, capital resource and financial position. Now, the following disclosure are required by IAS 8 if accounts are not prepared on going concern basis. A note that financial statements are not prepared on going concern basis, or management is aware of material uncertainties relating to events of going concern which can cast doubt about entity's ability to continue as a going concern. Now, that's it for IAS 10. So we are in section B in the provision. Events after the reporting period. You have to distinguish between adjusting non-adjusting event, and separate disclosures required for items. For example, whether it's prepared on going concern basis, dividend proposed, declared. Now, let us summarize. Financial statements are adjusted for adjusting events. And if it's non-adjusting, you disclose. When the basis of preparation is changed, that means going concern assumption is changed. You can't prepare your financial statement on a going concern assumption. You have to change the basis. Non-adjusting, we don't adjust but we disclose. Nature of the event and the financial effect. Dividends that are declared after the reporting period, they are not liability at the reporting date. Okay, but dividends declared after the reporting period but before the date of the financial statement authorized for issue, you have to disclose. Date when financial statements are authorized for issue, you have to disclose, and who authorized and who can amend subsequently have to be disclosed. Then there is no technical article on IAS 10 so far. So thank you for watching, and I shall see you in the next lecture. Next lecture is again a very technical lecture, which is IAS 12, your income taxes. So make sure that you subscribe to my channel so that you get the notification of my latest video update, and make sure that you do questions on IAS 10 because you should be able to identify adjusting from non-adjusting. Thank you.